Green tea. Green tea is a commodity that I consume every day. It is the beginning to the start of every one of my mornings. Let's begin with the origin. The origin of green tea is said to be invented in China, with some roots in Southeast Asia. It is said to be first steeped in 2737 BC, during the reign of Emperor Shennong, when tea fell into his cup of hot water from a burning tea twig nearby, on one of his many travels. Some cultural historians state that the green tea origins date back to 3,000 years ago, when tea leaves were chewed and eaten for restoration when it was grown around Southeast Asia. When it comes to how green tea is related to everyday life, it is known that green teas became a part of Chinese culture for the health benefits that it brings. Within traditional Chinese medicine, it is said that it can relieve aches and pains throughout the body while also detoxing and aiding digestion. Moving towards the components of manufacturing, it is said that there are two basic growing conditions when it comes to green tea. They are in the sun or under the shade. They are grown in rows and usually harvested 3 times a year. Traditionally, the leaves go into a process that includes withering, heating, rolling, and drying. However, there are many different productions based on the type of green tea being produced. Between China and Japan, the manufacturing and production style differs, with them both being the greatest producers of green tea in the world. Getting into labor conditions, it is said that the wages on tea plantations are notoriously low, usually around the legal minimum, but rarely constituting a decent living wage, and often providing too little to feed families adequately. Growing tea is very labor intensive, with labor most people plucking the tea often enduring back pains as well as exposure to pesticides. Discrimination and sexual harassment against women workers, who often comprise the majority of plantation workers, is widespread, and women often work long hours for lower wages than men. This imbalance between workers and management has left workers in successive cycles of poverty, given the limited alternative employment options in these countries. Getting into the ecological impact of green tea, it is said that the amount of green tea that is mass produced each year means that there is an abundance of land used. Therefore, the land needed to produce the tea means the invasion of habitats in the environment, leading to suffering of other plants and animal species. Additionally, to protect the tea plants, many pesticides and artificial fertilizers are used, which results in soil degradation, with the chemical runoff from these substances being a problem as well. In the withering process of the tea leaves, they are rolled through machinery and heated by fuels such as wood or gas. According to WWF, in Sri Lanka, it takes anywhere between 1.5 and 2.5 kilograms of wood to produce 1 kilogram of tea, which compared to other beverages is quite environmentally friendly. In the packaging of green tea is where the environmental impact comes because in the past years there has been a major trend of tea companies using nylon and PET, which causes concerns of chemical leaching. Another environmental issue is the distance the tea must take from the farms towards the commercial spaces it's being sold to. Most tea plantations reside in Africa, Asia, and India. Therefore, the fossil fuels being used in transportation causes harm to our ozone. Green tea has always been surrounded with different mystique auras and mythologies. It has been marketed around everything and anything to get more consumers interested. Green tea is said to burn fat, boost metabolism, help you lose weight, reduce the risk of cancer, help prevent heart disease, help with anti aging, lower your blood sugar, have calming effects, and even that it is a better alternative to coffee because it's caffeine free. But these are all just myths surrounding it to help the market. Green tea is not a miracle drink that will help every problem that a person has in their life. The truth of the myths is that there are many antioxidant compounds that are found in green tea that produce many benefits towards your body, but it is not an alternative to healthy eating, working out, and living a balanced lifestyle. It is more of an addition to these things. No single beverage can cure cancer, reverse aging, or drop your body fat percentage in a single take. Across the world, millions of people enjoy green tea for many different reasons. It is more than just a beverage, it's related to many different people's cultures, religions, or spiritual practices, as well as just being a healthy and beneficial drink that people consume on a day to day basis. In China, green tea is a way of life. In Japan, tea is a spiritual experience. In Britain, it is brewed every morning in households to get a biscuit dipped into. and in my daily routine, it starts off my day right.